And then there's a lot of talk about prioritizing this league over that league. It always, goes around, and I suppose it's a very big compliment to, have Liverpool being, talked about as potential winners of all these different leagues, whether it's the Premier League over the Champions League or Champions League again over Premier League. Does any of that actually go on, whether at a club level or personal level? Does anyone say, God, do you ever sit down and say, you know what? I think this year I'd actually like the Premier League over the Champions League, or hey, I wouldn't mind winning back-to-back Champions League. If Real Madrid can do it, we can do it.
No, I don't think so. Obviously a lot was said last season when, we'd qualified through the group stages and people were saying we'd be better off out the Champions League and focus on the Premier League. But for me, I think we've done a pretty good job at battling for both. A lot of people, we could have, maybe thrown in the towel against Barcelona in the second leg because we knew we were going into the final game of the season with a chance to win the league. But no, we wanted to win every game we were involved in, and that's why that result happened, because we were that determined. We wanted to get to the Champions League final and we wanted to win the Premier League, and like I said, in the two cups we were out earlier than what we would have liked, so we need to improve that this season. And then we believe that we've got a squad that's quality, that can fight on all fronts. Man City done it last season. They would have liked to win further in the Champions League, but other than that they won the treble, and they fought on every front. So that's what we want to do, and we've done that last season with two. But if we can add in the cups, the domestic cups, then it gives us more chance of winning something, and that's what we want to do. We want to build momentum for from the Champions League win, and hopefully bring more trophies to this club.
Well, speaking of that, Barcelona tie, which was of course absolutely amazing. I know you wrote about it, brilliant writing by the way, I must say, right before the finals, so right before you even actually lifted the Champions League title, and you said that if there's any reason why we win this or win the Champions League final, you wanted people to know that it wasn't a fairy tale, it wasn't the romantic thing, it was just much like your career, it was just down to hard work, and you don't want people to underestimate that, So is that the culture around Liverpool now? What's it like?
Yeah, look, all of us have different backgrounds, different ways into the game and things like that. But we were in every single day last year, and we fought for everything. And every single day we were applying ourselves properly. That the way we needed to do to go on all these fronts. So for me it was no miracle or no fairy tale or whatever. It was just down to us sticking together and such hard work. The Barcelona game was incredible. It was, that night was so special because
you're up against Lionel Messi, and
yeah, exactly.
Nobody even knew he was on the pitch after a while.
I believe that nobody believed that we could do that, apart from, strangely enough, everyone inside that stadium. When we came out for the warm-up, it just felt as if something special was going to happen that night. And it's easy to say that now that we got the result, but it did genuinely feel like that. When Divock scored the first goal, the whole place erupted, and the whole place was like, we're going to do this. And we never took an eye off that. We believed that we would be able to get the goals that we needed. It was just to, like you said, keep Messi and Cole out the other end, which was
easier said than done.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But we managed that, and we rode our luck at times. They had the chances, and it could have been different. But that night was incredible, and to do that when the pressure was so high in the Premier League and all the games were building up, and not into the bargain that we lost Firmino and Mo going into that game, and then Shaqiri and Divock came in and were outstanding, and that showed the heart of the team. And then for me, when we won that, there was, obviously you couldn't have been too confident, but there was no way we were losing that Champions League final from what happened the season before and what had happened to get there. Then, I believe that, there was nothing going to stop us to get our hands on that trophy.
Was that your most memorable match of your career? Of course, I know there's a final lifting the trophy, but just the storyline for that one was amazing.
Yeah, for me, look, it was a completely up and down kind of day. Obviously, first half went well, and then I had to make the decision to come off at half time, which then I thought was more serious than it was. So I was in bits, but I remember saying I was in the physio room, icing my leg with the masseur, and I said to him at half time, I said, we're going to do this. Like, I believed that we were going to do it. And then, I came out just as the third goal was scored after I'd get changed, and then,
good on you, took yourself out.
Yeah, exactly. I took myself out, like Genie, go on and score 2 goals. So, I take a lot of credit for that result, even though I'm wrong in it. And then to see that, the corner that will be spoke about for years to come. And for two players just to click like that in such a high pressured game, it was special.
And like you said, that just that whole time, you just always felt that something special was going to happen. How much is that down to just the Liverpool supporters? Because I feel like there's from an outsider looking in, and a lot of people, especially who will be seeing this, overseas, may not know just the culture around the team that exists here in Liverpool. And you being from Scotland, when you came here, what was it like? Because like you said, they really seem to make you believe that you can do anything. You can win the treble if you want to.
Yeah, of course. And for me, that result wasn't possible without them. It's maybe ifs and buts, but for me, the atmosphere they created and what they created inside that stadium, I believe it, shook a couple of very, world-class players. And, Barcelona made mistakes that I've never really, seen them make. And I believe that was down to the atmosphere created in that stadium. So, and you're right, when you come here, I always know how big Liverpool was, but when you come here, you're right, you do feel as if, we can achieve anything, we can do anything, and I think that's the attitude we took. No, if we'd went and got beat, 2-0 that night trying to win the game, I don't think anyone would have, said anything, because we tried, but we didn't even think about that. We just thought we're going to get to this final. I know it's going to be hard, and not many people have gave us a chance, but there's nothing going to stop us in our way, and if we do fall short, then at least we know we've gave it everything.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.